Hello.
Hello, Kate. How are you? Can you hear me, Kate? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can.
Okay. So, few days back, I asked you to download the Git one. Do you remember? Git. I asked you to download these two softwares and
Yeah,
install it on the computer. Have you done that?
yeah.
Carrie, have you
Yes,
done this?
I
Okay.
I think so. I think I had done it before.
Okay. When in the class?
Yeah.
Okay. So, these two will be required when we start our project, and also you have to maybe Kerry, you might have done, I don't remember, but you have to go to github.com and
Okay.
try to create your profile. Just sign up and put all the details and create account whenever you get time. Maybe before next Monday, because next Monday we are going to start the project and we need this thing to be done.
Okay.
Okay. So just
I think I
register.
have an account.
Yeah, maybe you just check your email. There may be some account related to GitHub. Kate, do you have GitHub account?
Yeah, I register one.
Okay, so just keep it there. We will use this when we start the project.
Yes.
Okay. So
So I
now,
have a GitHub / manage like your name and then / meetup. Would that be the
yeah,
same thing?
no, that is my repository, but I will show you. Means you have to create your own one when we start the project. I will show you how to do that. Right now,
Okay.
just you should have this account. The rest we will see when we will start it.
Okay. Great.
Let's start with JavaScript first, and then we'll move to CSS. Okay, so in the JavaScript today, I will give you another problem. Let's see where I think I lost. Okay, yesterday's program I lost somewhere. Maybe yeah, I think because of some reason I lost the yesterday's. No worry. Let's create a new folder. So today I will be today I will give another program. Daily we will do one or two JavaScript project, small one. In the beginning it is very small, and later on it will become difficult. So I will start with the script and then I will give you the problem. Here I will give you the problem, and the name of the problem is compound interest. The name of the problem is compound interest. So I will write down what it means. So I will give some explanation. A common problem in personal finance is that of determining how much money will accumulate in a bank account after n years if a known amount P is deposited initially and the account collects interest at a rate of R% per year compounded annually. So this is a compound interest problem. Let's say P is the amount deposited and R is the rate of interest per year. Then in n years, how much money the person will get. That is the problem in JavaScript. So we need to know the formula of the compound interest. So I will write down the formula, and based on the formula, we have to construct the program. What is the formula? For formula is like this. So F is equal to, F is the accumulation, future accumulation of money. So it's a P, and in the bracket it is 1 plus I, and we have whole raised to n. So if I want to write down, I will say whole raised to n. That means I put this sign to make it whole raised to n. So this is something, let's say 2 raised to 3. Do you understand raised to power? In the, it's a power kind of thing, superscript kind of thing. Let's say 2 raised to 3, or I will say in the bracket 1 plus I raised to n. And what is the I? I is equal to R upon 100. So let me explain you this formula. F is the amount you will earn. P is the amount which you will deposit it in the bank in the initially, and then you multiply it with I 1 plus I. 1 plus I means 1 plus I. And what is the I? I is rate of interest upon 100. So let's say rate of interest is 5%. So I will be, what will be the I? If rate of interest is 5%, 5, then what will be the I?
Is it 1%?
If rate of interest is 5% per year, then what will be the value of I?
Uh, 0.05.
Right, 0.05. So I is called rate upon 100, and this is the formula. Initially, whatever amount you are putting, you multiply it with 1 plus interest. Interest is called rate upon 100, and raised to n. Raised to n means number of years. How many years you are putting the money? Are you clear on this formula? This is the general formula which is given by mathematicians, that whatever amount you will put, if we multiply with 1 plus interest, and we put a raised to n, n means number of years, then whatever the value will come is the amount you will earn in those years. So let's say if I put 10,000 and I put 10 years, so it will be about, let's say 11,000 for example. I don't know how much it will be, we will calculate, but it will be about 11,000. So you are earning 1,000. Similarly, I don't know exact value, I'm just guessing some value. So based on this formula, we have to construct a program. We have to write a program. So we will write it like this. I know yesterday I shown you the a flow chart kind of thing. We will go back to flow chart again after some days. Right now we are doing this program just by writing the algorithm, and then we will write a program. We will go to flow chart again. It takes little time. I have to draw all the flow chart in the paper and pen, and then I will scan it, and then we'll do some problems on the flow chart. Right now we will just do the pseudocode, and then we will write the real JavaScript. So here is the pseudocode. Pseudocode, what is the meaning of pseudocode? Pseudocode means we are not really writing the program, we are writing the steps which we will do in the program. So the first step which we will do in the program is we will get the values of P. P means how much money you are putting in the bank. Then we will take R. R is what is the rate of interest, whether it's a 3.5%, whether it's 8.5%, whether it's a 10%, whether it's a 5%. And then we will take n. N means number of years. I will take these values from the user. Though in the JavaScript we will just define it, but in real world you have to take these values from the user. P is the initial amount. So first step is I have to take all the values like P, R, and n. These three values I am taking it. And what is the second step? Second step is calculate a value for I. And how will you calculate value for I? You will say I is equal to R upon 100. So whatever rate of interest the user has given, you will divide it by 100 and it will be equal to I. I is the interest rate. So this is the rate of interest, but we have to divide by 100 to get the interest, and which will come in the formula. This is the formula, standard formula. These both the things are given by the mathematician to calculate the compound interest. So we don't have to learn this formula. You have to google it, or you will get this formula from somewhere. In practical world, you will get some formula, or if you don't have, just google it and find the formula. Here we are not learning the formula. This is not mathematics class. We know the formula. Now we are writing the program to implement the formula. So always you will get the formula. You have to write a program to do that. So after we calculate the I, we will calculate the F.
So we're not expected to know the formula. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes. Because whenever let's say you get this problem in the real world in your job, then you will only find this formula from the Google, but then you will write this steps to make it a JavaScript program. So you don't have to remember this formula. This formula will be given by Google or someone who expect you to write the program. We will calculate the value for F. And what is the value for F? F is equal to P1 plus I whole raised to N. To make it whole raised to N, I will put this sign and I will put N. This is the formula for F. And once we get F, we will print the result. And what is the result? That is, we will print the value of F, because this is expected. We want to know how much money I will get on after certain years. So I want the value. So these are the 4-step process. First we will get the value, then we will calculate this, and print out the result. So let's write down the function. I will say function compound interest, and it will take following variables. So it will take P, it will take R, it will take N. So we have to pass these 3 values in the function. And then I will call this function by, let's say I will say var result is equal to compound interest, and here I will pass 3 values. Whatever values I want to pass, I will pass these 3 values here. So let's not put the values now. We will put the values in some time when we will make a program. We will run the program. I will tell you the 3 values. Whatever value you want to put, you can put. So for example, I will put $10,000. So I will put 10,000, and rate of interest is 5, for example, and I am putting it in for 10 years. So I can put these 3 values. So this is the amount I am putting in the bank. This is the rate of interest currently going on, and this is the number of years for which I am putting my money in the bank. Now I have to calculate the compound interest. So to calculate the compound interest, first step is done. We got the value of P, R, and N from here, which is passed to the function here. So we got the first step. Now we have to do second step. Now what is the second step? We have to calculate the I. So I will say var I is equal to R upon 100. That means whatever the rate of interest is, divide by 100. I will also do console.log to see what is happening. So even before this, I will put the console.log. P is, I will put P. I will do console.log. This console.log is only for my satisfaction. User will not able to see because it is in the console. and we will delete it after we see everything is going fine. N is n. So here I am checking what values are coming inside the function. Then I am calculating the second step, that is I, that is this step, I is equal to R upon 100, and I will say I is I. And this second step is done, and we will now calculate the F. Now this is the tricky part which we have to learn, because every formula will have different parameters and you need to know how to use this raised to n. Are you getting the meaning of raised to n? Let's say 2 power 3. So this is kind of power n. Do you understand the meaning of the raised to or power?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
But usually in computer it's just that way.
No, it's in the JavaScript it is different way. This is only the this is the layman way, not the JavaScript way. Layman means if I am just writing in the text editor, I will write like this. But
Okay.
in the JavaScript, something is different. So let's say, okay, you understood raised to, so I don't want to explain more. Maybe if you don't understand, it's a power 2 raised to 2. That means 2 into 2. 2 raised to 3. That means 2 into 2 into 2. That is power 2 power 3. Some kind of this. And now we have to calculate the f. So f is little tricky part. I will create a variable called as f is equal to, I have to put p, and now here it is multiply. If I don't put anything, it's a multiply in the normal mathematics. But in the programming, we have to mention if it is multiply or not. So I will say multiply. Multiply is given by star sign. Multiply is given by star sign. Now there are two things. One is this part and this is raised to n. So we have two things. Now we have to understand how to do these two things. So we will take use of JavaScript functions. Let's go to the JavaScript functions. So I yesterday showed you this is the JavaScript math reference which you have to see, and in this raised to is here. It is called as pow. Returns the value of x to the power of y. If I click this, you will see some different examples. Math power 0 raised to 1. So this is something we have to use. So I will use math.pow. So here I will say math.pow. Pow is this one, and I have to pass one variable and raised to another variable. That means 4 power of 3. 4 to the power of 3. So this is the base and this is the index kind of thing, or it is a raised to value. So I will say what is the base here? Base here is I plus 1 plus I, and second value I have to give by putting the comma sign. Here is comma sign and the second value. So what is the second value here? It is n. So what I am doing, 1 plus I raised to n is used in JavaScript like this. I have to say math.pow. 1 plus I is the base and this is the index. So I will say 1 plus I raised to n. Is this formula clear?
Yeah.
Yes, it matches your number 3, except with the math.pow.
What did you say? I did not get it.
It does. It makes sense when you kind of compare it to the number 3 value and up above
Right.
and the calculated value.
Right. Here, right? Okay. So you got it. Maybe. Okay. Let's go further. Okay. So let's go further. So we got the value as f. Now we will return this value of f. Return f. When I return the value of f, it will be saved in the variable called as result. And finally, we will show this value of result. Console.log. That is, we are printing this result. So I will say result is result. So when everything will work fine, I can delete this part, I can delete this part. But I need to put this part because this is expected in the program and it is saying print the result. So it does not expect to print this, it does not expect to print this, but it expects to print this part. So once we feel satisfied, we will delete this part and we will delete this part. So in reality, we will not delete, we will comment it. But when we work in the real program, you can delete or you can comment it in the real program. So right now I'm just putting console.log to see. So let's see in the Chrome how what it. Okay, so initially I put 10,000. Rate of interest is 5. In 10 years, how much will be the compound interest? And I is 0.05. The result is falling at 16,288. So I will be earning this amount in 10 years period. Okay, let's put some small number. Let's put I am putting only $1 in the bank, and will see how much compound interest I'll get. So I will get $1.6 in 10 years. So this is called compound interest problem. I will paste this compound interest problem in the chat, and then you can practice it whenever you get time. Is it clear how we do programming? How we do the programming JavaScript? PHP is similar to JavaScript, but there are more advanced steps in PHP which are not in JavaScript, and there are some separate steps in JavaScript which are not there in PHP. So we will see those things in future lessons when we reach to that point. So I'm putting this in the chat. So like this, every day we will do one small problem, and we will also learn some advanced concepts of the function in couple of days. After 2-3 days, after 2-3 programs which I give, I will explain you some advanced features of this function which you have to remember for more complex programs. Now we will go with the CSS. Let's create a new file called as 7.html. Today we will see, okay, let me delete all and we will do HTML5. So this is HTML5. So today what we will see about list part. So list part is something which we use a lot in CSS. So let's try to build something in the list part, and then we will try to use it. Okay, so let me build one list part. So I will build one list called as UL. I can say H3 list 1. So this is my first list. There are many style sheets which you have to remember for the list kind of thing. So I will start with UL, and I will give the class of my class 1. And here I will put some items. For example, I'll say Jamba juice. Second, I'll say tea. Third, I'll say hot chocolate. So whatever you like to drink, you can put all these 3 things. I like these 3 things, so I put all these 3 things. So I will say, let's create a couple of more lists. Let's say list 2 with the class 2, and I will say list 3 and class 3. I have 3 class and I have 3 list items. Now we will try to give some style sheet to this list. So this is my list 1, this is my list 2, and this is my list 3. So let's try to give some style sheet. I will go to the CSS panel, and why I'm not able to see. Okay, here I have to create different classes. I will say my class 1, and here I will say my class 2. We'll create different classes. Say my class 3, I created 3 classes, and we have 3 lists and each with different classes. So let's go here and I will click the my class 1. And here in the my class 1, I will edit it, and in edit I will go to the list 1. So here I have to define the type. Which type I want? I want disk, I want circle, I want square. In default, we have this kind of dot is there. But if we want to change it to circle, let's say first I'm changing to the circle and I'll say apply. So you will see this has become to circle. And I'll say OK. Let's click the my class 2 and I'll click list, and here I will select the square. Once I select square, you will see the second has become square. First have become circle, second is become square. So we are changing the type of the bullet marks using the style sheet. Let's go to the third one. So let's create this as a ordered list, OL. I created this as an ordered list. So we have 1, 2, 3, and let's try to make fourth list also. And I'll say class 4. Now I will go to the third list, third class, and I will edit it. I will go to the list. So we are right now seeing this type only, and then we will see this position and we will see the image kind of thing. Right now let's do only this part. So in the UL we have disk, circle, square kind of thing, but in this one, in the OL we have this. I have to check with decimal is kind of OL or UL. We have to check it. We will put it and we'll see what is exactly it's a decimal, what it shows kind of thing. But we have lower Roman, upper Roman, lower alpha, upper alpha, and we have many more types which are not mentioned here, which I will show you in some time. So let's try to put upper Roman and see how it displays. I'll say apply. So it's saying 1, 2, 3 in the upper Roman fashion. I'll click OK, and if I go to my class 4, I will go to the list and I will select, maybe I'll select lower alpha, and I'll click alpha, apply. So when I say apply, it's saying small a, b, c, and this is upper Roman. Let's try to change it to, instead of upper Roman, I'll say lower Roman and I'll apply. So it is small letter, apply. Let's go to the class 4 and we try to change it to upper alpha. We'll say it's ABC. So we are changing the list type by calling the style sheet called as list style type. So what we are changing, list style type, and it has different values. So if you don't know, if you don't remember which values are there, go here in the Dreamweaver and try to see. You will see all the types. And this is the syntax to do this. List style type, and we put the type. Let me put in the chat. So this is the one thing which we did, that is called list style type. Let's see if I want to put some image instead of this circle. For example, instead of this circle, I want to put some image. Then I will go to the my class 1. I will edit it, and instead of circle, I don't want circle, I want image. So I will browse the image. Right now I've saved one image here, and that image is this one. I will choose this image and I'll click apply. So when I click apply, you will see the image is here, and we are using the syntax for the CSS property as list style image URL, and we have to put the image name, whichever is saved in your folder. So right now I saved one image that is called sgpurple.gif. So I'm using this image, and this dot dot gets changed into the image. So this is something we used. One we use type, second we use image. Let's go and do the third thing. So here, let's go to the my class 2 and I will edit it. So I give the square. Now position are of two types. One is called inside position and one is called outside position. So we will see what exactly is inside position and what exactly is outside position. Let's try to change the position. You will see how it behaves. If I choose inside and if I apply, so you will see the content is moved to the right side. The dot 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 is moved to the right side. And if I put outside, apply, content is moved to the left side. So if I say inside, see, if I say from where the content is starting, you will say content is starting from J in the Jamba juice. Content is starting from the T in case of second case. Content is starting from hot chocolate, that is from H. So where is the content starting? From the first letter of all these characters. But when I say inside, inside means dot 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 will move to the level of J. That means dot dot will move inside the content. Now content is start from the Jamba juice. So dot will move inside the content, that is it will reach the position of J, and we will see dot is inside the content. And if I apply, see dot has moved to the position of J. If I use outside, it will go outside the content. It is not inside the content. So default value is the outside, but if you want to change it, you can change position equal to inside, then dot 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 will move inside the content. Is this clear?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, just try to understand it, and when you get time, you can practice it more, kind of thing. So here I used inside. For the inside, we are using list style position as inside or outside. So three things we saw. First is the type, second is the position, and third is the image. We can write all these three in one line using the following statement. So let's create one more list, and we will put all three in one line. So to make, let me create the my class file, and here I will say dot my class file. I will put all three in one line. So I will say list style. Dreamweaver does not put in one line, so we are making it ourselves. So first you have to say what is the type. So I will say, for example, square. Let's make this as a UL, because we are using UL. So what is the type I put? Square. And then I will give space, and whether I want inside or outside. Default is outside, so I will show you. I will put inside, and I will give space, and I will give the image of URL, whatever URL I have here. So I will put this URL. So I put the type, position, and the URL in one line, and you will see it is going through each. So right now it is not taking the square because we put the image, and if image was not there, if URL was not there, it would have taken the square. But right now, since we have the image, it will first give the preference to the image, and second preference will go to the square. So we have written all the three in one line, though the first part is not visible because of the third part. What is the third part? URL image. What is the first part? Is a square. Since we have put image, so it is hiding the first part and it is only displaying the third part. So this is the difference. So there are many other properties which we have to remember in the list kind of thing. There are few more things we have to remember in the list thing, which we will do tomorrow. So this is kind of half done. Half of the list we will do tomorrow. So let me, yeah, I give you all the list types here. So any questions on whatever we did?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, now let's move to our project session of master detail page. Okay, let's close all this one. Okay, let's open the file. Let's go. So now we have to do master and detail page. So there are two ways to do master and detail page. Let me write down here. So we are doing master detail page. I showed you master detail page few days back by going to the website like Redfin or any website you go. It's redfin.com. We'll search some homes in San Francisco, for example. Okay, so this is called as a master page because it lists all the properties. But when I click the property, it opens the detail page where I can see the detail of the property. So this is called master detail page. Now, if we want to build a master detail page for our users, so let's say this is my users list. So in the master page, for example, I will only display my first name and, for example, email. I will not display everything in the master page. I will only display, for example, it's up to me whatever I want to display. Let's say I want to display only first name and last name. But when user click the detail page, he will be able to see my first name, last name, email, gender, date of birth, description, marital status, created date, and everything. So there are two pages. You have to decide which fields you want to show on the master side and which fields you want to show on the detail side. So let's go to build the master detail page. So to build a master detail page, you have to create two pages. So first page will be called as master page. And second page you have to build as detail page. You can right now close this detail page and open only the master page. And here I will say my master page. Now what I will do, I will go to the application and in the server behavior, I don't see master detail page here. So I will go into the insert. I will go to the application object and here I see master detail page set. I will click this master detail page set. So to work in the master detail page set, it is asking to create the record set on the page. So I will cancel it. I have to create the record set. So record set for what? Record set for this table. So I will go here and I will click the record set and I will say RS view. I can give any name. I choose the connection. I will choose the table. I will not put any filter or sorting right now. I will take this table and I will click OK. So just I want to show you the master details. So I'm taking the default values and I will click OK. The record set is created. Now I'll go to the insert page and I will click the application object and I'll click the master detail page set. So I will get some big form here in the master detail page set. So I have to choose the record set which I created here, record set RSU. Now in the master page, which fields you want to display? So you have to think what you will display on the master page. Maybe you like to show first name and last name, or you want to show user ID and email, or you want to show user ID, first name, whatever you want to show. Depending on your project, you can define which fields you want to show. So for example, I want to show user ID and I want to show first name and I don't want to show any other thing. I will delete all. So I put only user ID and first name. And what is saying link to detail from. So what user will click either of these two, which will take him to detail page. So you have to tell whether user will click user ID or whether user will click username. When they will click this first name, for example, it will go to the detail page. So we have to give where should be the link. I will say give the link on the first name. And then we have to say which unique key we have to pass. I can pass any of the key, but it is a primary key which we have to put it here. So what is the primary key here in this case? What is the primary key? You will see this primary button. What is the primary key?
User ID.
User ID. So I have to put in the unique key, I have to put the user ID. Now, how many records you want to show at a time? Right now, I have only 2 records, but after certain time, it will be 100 records. So I cannot show all 100 records in one page. So I have to define how many records I want to show in one page. Generally, people prefer to put 25. So I'm putting 25 records at a time. I can say all records also, but I don't want to say all records right now. Now, what is the detail page URL? So I just now created a detail page that is called detail.php. And which fields you want to display on the detail page? I want to display user ID. I want to display first name, last name, email. I don't want to display password because password is very secret. I want to display date of birth. I want to display gender, description, marital status. I don't want to display access level because access level is only personal. I only create a access level for my login page, so I don't want to show it to the anyone. But I want to show created on when the user was created. I want to show all these fields. Whatever I don't know, I don't want to show, I will click that field and I will click the minus sign. But if I want to show, I will keep it as it is. And if I can arrange also that, let's say I want to show description after email, so I will arrange it. Description will be shown after email. So which position I want to show, which field I can arrange from top bottom. Is this form clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And you will practice, you will understand more. So let's click OK. So once I click OK, you will see master page is created with table, listing table, with pagination kind of thing, and I can make it H1, and I am also getting the detail page with all the values which I mentioned in the list is there. We can modify this kind of thing. We can add the header, we can add the footer, we can do anything in this page, but dynamic part is done automatically by Dreamweaver. So if I see the Redfin page, this is called the master page where I see all the property listing. When I click this one, I will go to the detail page to see the detailed property. This is not a property page, but I am showing you it is similar kind of thing what we saw in the Redfin. Though in the Redfin there is a template which we can use different template here, but right now the functionality wise it's finished. We have the listing of the page and we have detail page. Now let's try to see how it works. We will open this in the browser. If I don't like table in the center, I can move the table to the default. So I have user ID first name and here I have Manish, and whatever user is there, I click Manish, it goes to detail page and I can see all the detailed information. Though we can go into detail page and we can edit it to nicely look the things, but right now I want to show you only the functionality point of view. That's the reason I'm not showing you the looks kind of thing. Looks we will make by using the Bootstrap CSS, but here we should be able to do the functionality of the pages. And if you see in the URL, we are passing the unique ID of that user. And I can select anything. Is master detail page clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we can manually build also this one. As we build, if you remember, we build something. This master page is something like we build browse page. If I go to browse one, this is similar, though we are showing many details here in this page. This master page we are showing limited detail, but it is similar to what we did here. So this is called manual building of the master page. This is like a master page only. We build the listing page and similar to the master page. But with master detail, 2 pages were created at one time by Dreamweaver. And in this case, we have built only one page manually with our steps which I showed you on that day. So this is the difference between master detail and the browse one which we did on that day. So this completes all the dynamic part of Dreamweaver. Now I will explain one more thing which is needed for our project. Maybe from tomorrow we will start the project. Today is Wednesday. Yeah. Are you coming tomorrow? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because we are done with this. No, all the steps are done. We done with the insert.
We can start on Monday, because the weekend we can like go through it again. I mean,
You want to go through it again? Okay. But
yeah.
you know, we have to do a lot of planning before we really start.
Yeah.
It's not that directly we jump. We will make a database table. We will make the different pages. We will not directly jump into the project and do tomorrow finish everything. So we have to understand the project which we selected. For example, life reminder. Let's say we start with life reminder. So this is something I gave in the, I gave in the very short overview. Tomorrow we will go through what will be there in our life reminder project, what are the functionality will be there in the life reminder project. So it will be not that we will be starting tomorrow on. So we have to create tables, in database table. So you can go through in the weekend all the things which we did, but it will take time to really start the coding. We will create a table
here.
Yeah.
The user ID we have 1-3 because we deleted 2, so there is no more 2.
Yeah, no, 2 will not be there now. So 2 is gone.
Gone. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a computer thing. This is a user ID used by the computer. So even if deleted is gone, it's okay.
Yeah, it won't automatically change to 2. No.
No, it will. No, now if I add one more, it will be 4.
Yeah. Okay.
I can manually change this to 2, but the new record will start with the 4. So if I change to 2 also, then also the new record will be 4, because in the internal memory it considers this as a 3.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. So we will start this life reminder tomorrow. It's not that we will start coding tomorrow only. We have to do a lot of pre-steps before really start the coding canopy. So you have enough time to practice in the weekend all the steps, whichever are there, you can practice in the evening. So today I got one more idea. I will share the idea which I will make. So many times people have something which are very costly. So for example, if I have a dress which is very costly, $1,000. So if I'm not using it, people will not buy from me this $1,000 this dress because it is very costly and I have used it a couple of times. So what I will do, I will put this in my website called as rentals, that I am want to rent this dress for 1 day. For 1 day or 1 week, something like that. And I will take only $25 for that. So the dress is about $1,000, but person can get it in $25 or let's say $100, for example, whatever they want to put. So let's say some person want to go in a party, they will get this dress in $100, and then next day it will return it. It's and so they are using rentals to get the things. So different kind of rentals which are very costly in reality, but person get it in cheap for renting that thing. So that is what I want to build, some interface like that. Got this? This is another project. So let's do some more things in Dreamweaver which will be useful in our project, because we are done with all the dynamic part, but there are few things I want to show you. So now this is my project. So let's say I have 20 pages in my website. Now 20 website will have header, and then will be the content where I will show dynamic I will show dynamic data, and I have footer. So tomorrow I want to change the header or footer, right? If I want to change the header or footer. So if I put header and footer in 20 pages, then if I'm changing header or footer, that means I'm going to all 20 pages and changing the header and footer, which is a time consuming process. And I have to go every page and fix that header and footer. So we have to fix that part. So in PHP, we can use the include kind of syntax, and I can include the file called as header.php, for example, and I can include another file called as footer.php. I can include this in the top on every 20 page, and I can include this footer part in every 20 page, and whenever I want to change, I can change in the header, and all the pages will be reflected by the change. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's like last time you mentioned in React,
Right.
import the component.
Right. Now, this is the most best method. We should include header and footer in every page so that we can use it. But if I use Dreamweaver templating, Dreamweaver has its own templating. Here I create one template, and here I will put header inside. I will not create header.php separately. I will create header inside the template, and then I will say here the body will come, that is content will come, and I will put the footer inside the template. And then whenever I change this template, all the 20 pages Dreamweaver updates in all the 20 pages. So this is the part which we will see in some of the projects. Let's see how to do templating in the Dreamweaver. So for that, let's create one new template. I will say template page, and I'll say PHP template, and I will create a new PHP template, and I will save this as my template test template. For example, I'm just giving the name. You can put any name. Once I say text template, it will create one template inside the template folder. I have a test template.dwt.php. This is called template. And here I will put some header. I will say header. Here will navigation come. And here the content will come. Whatever the dynamic content will come. And here footer will come. So all the pages will have header. All the pages will have navigation. All the pages will have footer. Only the content part will change in different pages. So for example, I have member 1 page. So content part will be member 1 in the member 1 page. But header and footer will remain same. So let's make this header 1. Let's make this heading 3. Let's make this footer as heading 3. So now I will put something so that this part is editable and this part is not editable. I don't want to edit this from the 20 pages which I built. I don't want to change footer from the 20 pages I built. I only want to change the content in all the 20 pages. Rest, if I want to change the header, which is common to all 20 pages, I will change it here in this template file. Whereas the content, I will change it in different files. So first I will create a couple of pages which will use this template. So let me create a folder, for example, basic 2, and here I will create 2 pages. For example, I will create 1.php and I will create another one 2.php. In the 1.php, I will put content, only the content, hello world 1. And in the 2.php, I will say hello world 2. Now, in the test template.dw2, I have to mention that this content is editable. That means from the 1.php, I will take hello world 1 and put it inside the content. And from the 2.php, I will take hello world 2 and put it in place of content. But header, navigation and footer will remain same. We will not change this header, navigation, footer in 1.php, and we will not change it in 2.php. So to make it editable, we need to make this content editable. We will select this content. We'll select this p tag and we'll go to the modify templates. In the modify templates, I will say one second, no editable region. Apply to the template, the paste, take template. Okay, here it's not there. Let me find out where can I put. Okay, template objects. Yeah, not in the modify. We have to go to insert one and I have to go to template object. And here I will say editable region. So whatever part you want to make editable, so that this part will be changed in all the pages, you have to select that part and you have to go to template object and you have to say editable region. Once I say editable region, you have to give some name. With which name you want to save this editable region. I will keep it as a default edit region 3 and I will click OK. So once I click OK, this part becomes editable. And this header, navigation and footer cannot be edited from the 1.php and it cannot be edited from the 2.php. It can be only edited from the template.php. Here I can edit, but once it is saved here, I cannot edit in this and I cannot edit in this. So I created one template with lot of headers, lot of navigation, lot of footers. Content is dynamic. It will come different from 1.php. It will come different in 2.php. So now let's make 1.php to take use of this template. I will change this 2.php to make use of this template. Let's go to 1.php and I will go to modify and I will go to templates and I will say apply template to the page. And here I have to select which template I have to apply. Right now I have only one template, but if I have 10 templates, I will choose the template which I want to apply to this page. Let's say I will click this template and I will say select. Once I select the template, it will tell me which one is the editable region. So I will say this document.body should be editable region 3 and I will say click OK. So once I say click OK, you will see header and footer is there, but the content part is replaced with the my hello world 1. So and I can edit this hello world 1 and I can put anything in the content. But when I try to edit the header, you will see this icon. Can you see this icon? Black icon, round icon?
Yes. Yeah.
I am not able to edit the header. I am not able to edit the footer, but I am able to edit the content. Let's go to the 2.php and apply the template to this page. I will go to the insert or modify templates and I will say apply template to the page and I will choose a template and I'll say OK. And I have to say this which part will be editable. So I will select this body and I will choose the edit region 3 which I created while creating the template. That is called edit region 3 and I'll click OK. So you will see hello world 2 is there, header and footer is there, and I can edit the hello world 2, but I cannot edit this headers and footer. Now if I change something in that template, for example I added more navigation 2, I added some copyright information because I forgot in the first time to add it, copyright information, and when I click save, it will ask me that these 2 pages are using this template. Do you want to update these 2 pages? I will say yes, update these 2 pages. So now it is updating those 2 pages. So we have to wait some time. It takes a couple of minutes to update. Okay, let's see it's done. So you will see navigation 2 has come, copyright information has come, navigation 2 has come and copyright information there. So like this, if you have 100 pages or 200 pages, we can edit the header and footer in the template, and it will be applied to all the templates. And in each template, we have to just work on this content part. We don't have to worry about the header and footer, because header and footer will be automatically automatically changed when we change this in the template. In the template, we should not change the content. We can change only the header and footer. And in each page, we cannot touch the header, we cannot touch the footer, but we can touch this middle content part. We can change the content whatever we want, but header and footer will come from the template. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So which method is correct? I should put the header part, this header part in this one, or I should use this Dreamweaver template. What do you prefer? What is the right thing as per your experience?
The first one, include.
Yes. So this one is much better because we have to manage only one file. Here also we are managing one file. Rest work is done by Dreamweaver. We don't have to really work hard in kind of thing. So both are equally good kind of thing. Whatever you want, you can use. We will do in one project, we will use this method. In another project, we will use this method, so that you will have the idea of both the methods. There is third method also, which I don't want to discuss now. We will do sometime when we will reach at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all about Dreamweaver and our project. So also one thing I want to show you. So we did this insert page, and Dreamweaver created this form also, and Dreamweaver created this code also. When you go for the real world experience, this form doesn't look very nice kind of thing. So you have to edit this form, or you have to create the form yourself and then put only the PHP functionality. Let's say tomorrow you don't have Dreamweaver. How will you add this code? You don't have Dreamweaver. Let's say you learn this code, but tomorrow wherever you are working at that time you don't have Dreamweaver, but you have to anyhow use this functionality. So how will you do that?
Go to the page source.
No, but this is in your home computer. You don't have this Dreamweaver so that you can insert it. But somehow your manager said, okay, build the insert form now, and you don't have Dreamweaver and you don't remember this code, right? This is complex code.
Yeah.
So what I was planning to do, we will go to each part, that is insert one, and we will take this top part, because this is the part which Dreamweaver added. This is the part which Dreamweaver added. Rest, these small things Dreamweaver added, I don't care about it. But this is the main part Dreamweaver added it. I will put it in some website. Right now I don't have, but I will put it in some notepad and or some website. So this is my website. I put it in some notepad. Okay, let's put it in the notepad. And I will put it in some website so that you can see that one. So you have this code which Dreamweaver created. You have to edit this part. Little bit edit is there. I will show you how to edit that thing. But then rest of all the things you can put in one stroke. Only few things you need to edit it, which I will tell you how to edit it in few days. But then you will have everything in one website, so that tomorrow if Dreamweaver is not there, or if you lose the Dreamweaver, you have all this functionality in some website, so that you can build anything without the help of Dreamweaver. So I will do that in few days, and I will show you how I'm doing it. Right now you don't worry. Right now you practice with Dreamweaver, but let's say in future, after 1 year, 2 year, you lose that Dreamweaver, but you want to use it. I will tell you some method where you can use this method. Use the source code, which I will save it in some website. So right now, don't worry. This is for the future when you don't have Dreamweaver. But right now, if you have Dreamweaver, you can use it freely, and you can use it as many times as you want. But in future we will save all the functionality in some website, so that even if we don't have Dreamweaver, we will be able to fix it. Okay, now there is a small test. I will go to each file and you have to tell me which functionality I have used it. For example, I will go insert page and you will see there is an insert in the server behavior. So based on this server behavior, you have to judge which functionality I have used it. So for example, I'll go this one. So you have to say record set. Okay, only record set. Rest all are not necessary. So what is this kind of thing? We have used record set. If I go to this page, since it is using record set and update, so you have to say, you can say both record set and update record. So tell me here which functionality.
Record set and repeat read.
Repetition is not necessary. Record set is fine. Here.
Delete record.
Delete record. Delete from which table? First, second, third, fourth.
Fourth.
Fourth. Here.
First.
Delete from the first table. Here. Okay, this is something we don't have anything. We have just dynamic text, which we use here. Let's see the code. The code is what code is doing. It looks like it is creating the record set, but I don't see record set here. I don't see record set here, but if I see here in the code, I am able to see the
Select? No.
Yeah, it is select kind of thing. It's kind of record set, but why record set is not appearing here? It should appear the record set because it's kind of record set. We are using the record set here, right? But
maybe it is in the master page.
no, master page has nothing to do. Dreamweaver does not link after it creates. Dreamweaver does not know which is linking to what. So this can be only. This is only when kind of while creation master knows the detail page. After it is created, it's gone. Dreamweaver does not know. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, wait, it's refreshing. Okay, it got hanged. Let me restart. Okay, let's go to this page. So tell me what is the functionality used?
Record set, update record.
Okay, record set and update record. These three are not required actually. This one?
Record set, update record.
Yes. So record set is this part, update is this part. This is also same. What is this? Is not a real done. This one?
Insert.
Okay, here we don't have anything. Since we don't see in the server behavior, we don't have anything. This is okay, some problem is taking time. Again, it got hanged. Okay. One thing I want to say, you see insert record here, but if you put any code in the Dreamweaver, let's say if you are putting your custom code in the Dreamweaver, for example, echo hi, and okay, this is not affecting. Let's try to put here inside this if block. So you will see that insert record is gone. So if you try to manipulate this things, Dreamweaver functionality, then the insert record will be gone. You won't be able to use it. So try to not manipulate this code which Dreamweaver has created so that you can see the server behavior and you can edit it whenever you want. If you manipulate this code, then you cannot edit it. So just try to avoid kind of thing. I don't know, it's hanging again and again. Okay, So just when you work, let's say when you practice something, try to remember what things we did. We did record set, insert record, repeat region, update record, delete record, user authentication, login, restrict, logout, and check user. These things you have to just remember. This will be, for about whole site we will build based on this functionality. Though we will use some more PHP code, but that is not, that is a minor thing. Major things is listed in the Dreamweaver. Let's start to do some. Let's start to do some simple coding in the PHP so that okay, something wrong. Something wrong with my Dreamweaver today. So I will just give couple of few tricks today, few coding today, which we will learn. So what is the how PHP starts? What is the syntax of the PHP? If I want to include anything in PHP, how will I start? What tags make it PHP? Means let's say if I have JavaScript, I have to start with the script tag and end with the script tag. So do you know how to start the PHP tag?
Yes, question mark with the
Right, less than sign, question mark. Okay, so let's create new file here. I'll say one.php, and here I will go delete everything. So I can go in the PHP or I can go here in the PHP one. So in the PHP I can start the code here. So if I don't remember, I can click here. It will automatically add less than question mark PHP and question mark greater than sign. So if I want to display something like we were using console.log in the JavaScript. So in PHP we have echo. So in PHP we have echo. So if I say echo anything, for example, echo hello world, that means I am displaying hello world. If I browse it, it will display hello world. So this is called echo. Echo means we are displaying something. If I want to comment something, I can comment like this. In PHP, we comment like this. Greater than star slash star and star slash. I can put anything here. It is a comment. This is a multi-line comment. Similar in JavaScript. We have same thing in the JavaScript. Comment means it will not be visible in the page. So if I put it in the browser, I don't see it. There is a comment on one line also. If I put slash slash, anything which is here is also comment, but it is a one line comment. I cannot go second line and comment it. If I want to go to multi-line and comment it, I will use this part. But if I want to comment only in the single line, I will use this is called single line comment. This is called multi-line comments. Okay, let's see if condition. If you want to put if condition, just click this one if condition, and then you have to start with a curly bracket and curly bracket. And I can use else also. I can start curly bracket and end curly bracket. Okay, let's see what is this. Include, require, PHP encoding, session variable. Okay, so these are the main basic things which we use in PHP. And there are many other things kind of thing which we will see. Also, we have to see file upload, how to upload a file. Have you seen file upload? Whenever you are in Facebook, you put your photo, it is uploaded. That is called file upload. So we have to see file upload. We have to see how to mail. Let's say once user registers, I want to send a mail to the user. So I have to use the mail function of the PHP so that I can send mail to the user. So that is called email. It's not a postal mail. It is called email. Do you know what is meaning of cron job?
That's something that I want to know.
Okay.
I don't.
Kate, do you know what is the meaning of cron jobs?
No.
So cron jobs are basically, okay, let's talk about our life reminder. So I will give example using the life reminder so it will be easy for you to understand. So what does life reminder does? We will be having the form where user will put the phone number or user will put email to whom he want to send the message, and he will put the message. For example, let's make it simple, two fields. He will put the email and the message. So when the person will die, I will take this email and I will take this message and I will take this message and send this to this email. That means, for example, email is mk@mkgalaxy.com. Message is, I am not here anymore now. Please take care of my son, for example. So this message I want to send to this email after I die. So what will happen? Every month my server will check whether I am logged in or not logged in. If I am logged in, that means I am alive. If I am not logged in, that means I am not alive. So if 3 months I don't see the person is logged in, that means I am dead. So if I am dead, my server has to take this message and send it to this email. So I will not manually check every day, whether all the users are there or no. I will write one cron job. Cron job means I will say run every hour. Every hour my cron job will run and it will go to database and it will check who have not logged in since 3 months. And if I find anyone, let's say I did not logged in. So what happened? This cron job will know that this person did not log in. So if it finds that someone does not log in, someone does not logged in, then my cron job will send email to that email which is mentioned in database. So I will write a cron job which will run every hour. So how to run every hour, I will show you. This is not to be done by hand. It is the server job. I will show you how to run every hour or every 15 minutes or every second or every 5 minutes. Then it will go to the database and will see who are not logged in. Let's say A, B, C did not logged in. So it will take the message, it will take the email and will send the message to that email. So that is the work of the cron job. Cron job means we write something which will run automatically after some time. For example, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and it will check something in the database. And if it found something, it will send the email or it will do something, update, it will update the database. It can do many things. Whatever you want, you can do. So this is called cron job, which we will build in our life reminder project.
So in Drupal, there's something called run cron. Would that be the same thing?
Yes. So Drupal has many crons to be run in the Drupal, or you can create many other crons. So generally you have to set the cron for the Drupal. Like I say, I will set it for my life reminder. Similarly, you have to set it for the Drupal. But Drupal has some special modules which will, which are not really cron job, but they will do the work of cron job. But it is same thing. It is same thing. The meaning is same. Whatever cron job you create in Drupal, it will run in intervals. That job will run in interval. It's a PHP file. Cron job is the name only. What is it in behind the scene? What it is? It is PHP file which runs after certain interval. And who defines this interval? You decide, or me decide, or any programmer who is working on it will decide. I can say my PHP file should run after 10 minutes. So after every 10 minutes, this file will run. And if I put echo hello world, it will put display echo hello world and go away. So whatever you put in that PHP file will run after certain interval. So interval will be defined by you. It is simple PHP file, nothing more. In the PHP file, you will write, okay, check the database and do this thing. Send the email to all the user. So every 10 minutes, the file will send the email to the user. Are you getting me?
So it's run only on the server.
It runs on the server.
Mm.
So locally, you won't be able to see it. So I will show you my real server and how to set it in the real server. So for example, if I go to this website, this is my server. So here there will be a control panel where I can set the cron job. So I have one PHP file created already. So that file I have to just link it here. And if I go to cron jobs panel, there will be something related to cron job. So here is the cron jobs. So in the cron job, I have to tell run once per minute. So it will run every minute. I can say run once per 30 minutes. So it will run every 30 minutes. I can say run every hour, every other hour, every third hour. So this is setting which I will set it. And once setting is done, I will say once per minute, or I will say once per hour, twice per hour. Then once my setting is done, I will write this command. This command will be I will tell you later what will be the command. It will be calling some PHP file. For example, I will call index.php. This is not the right command. I will tell you right command afterwards. But let's say I'm calling this index.php file. I can put in the command, and then every half an hour, the index.php file will run, and whatever program you will write in that index.php, it will do that thing. So for example, you can say send the email to my husband every half an hour in this email. Let's say if you write that program. So every half an hour, it will send email to your husband, and he will say, oh, my wife is with me. How is she sending the email? So you can do something like that. Is it clear, the meaning of cron job?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If you have some doubt, just ask me.
But
So
wouldn't that get annoying if an email sent like every minute or
annoying,
or
it's annoying, but you can send. It's your husband, you can send him to every minute. He will not care. He will say, okay, just write down the email, I love you, and send your husband every minute. So he will like it. He will say, oh, she loves me so much. She's sending every minute email. She's not doing any work. She's sending email every minute. But in reality, you are not sending. You have written a cron job. That is sending the email. So he will think you love him too much. But in reality, it's a server, it's a program which is going. So he will think every minute you are doing email and you are not doing any other thing. Okay, this kind of thing people do for fun. So let's meet tomorrow